Unit 5-1, solving systems by graphing. So, systems, all right? Systems of equations is the first three blanks. So, a system.
It's frozen.
It's frozen.
Oh my God.
A system of equations. A system of equations is two or more equations with the same variables. Okay? So, throughout the year, I'm going to say, what's a system? Okay? For the rest of the year, because it's important that you know this. And I'm going to say, what's a system? And your answer is going to be two or more equations. Two. Now, for you guys in Algebra 1, for a system, it really just means two equations. We're never going to do anything more than two equations. Okay, so for you guys, it's two equations. We understand?
Yeah.
So a system means two equations. Okay? The solution to the system of the graph is where the lines intersect. Where they cross. So wherever the lines cross, that's going to be your solution. And we'll talk about why that's the solution in a minute.
Well, what about these two guys?
Okay, we're going to get there.
Intersect?
Intersect.
No, that's right. What about that?
Intersect.
Oh, like 135?
Got it?
Yep.
Okay, where they cross. Alright. A system. What's system mean right here? System means we can just say two because that's all you're going to learn in algebra. System is just going to be two. We're not going to do or more. Okay? So a system can have three types of solutions. Alright, so look right here. This is typically how you will see a solution or a system. Two equations. Typically, they're going to cross somewhere. This is majority of the time. So if I want to know the solution of this, I'm going to tell you, you're going to tell me the ordered pair, where they cross. So right here is where they cross. And you're going to tell me that ordered pair, which is 0, 2. Why is it the 2 in this spot?
Because it's on the Y.
Because it crosses on the Y. On 2, so the 2 is in the Y spot. Okay? Now, look at the second one. That's one type of solution you have. The second type of solution you can have is, what type of lines are these?
Parallel.
Parallel lines. Well, what do you know about parallel lines?
They never cross.
They never cross. So a solution is where they cross. Well, if they never cross, what would the solution be? No solution. They never cross, they can't have a solution because the solution is where they cross. Got it? That makes sense? Okay, that's two types of solutions that you can have for systems. The third type of solution. Okay, I'm going to tell you that there's two lines here. So, what are happening with these lines?
They're just following each other.
They're overlapping each other.
Yeah.
Do they intersect at one spot?
No.
No. Okay.
So
So if you look here, it's intersecting at this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot. On every point of the line, they're intersecting. So do they just have one ordered pair where they're intersecting? Oops, wrong way. No. Well, they intersect at every place. So what are we going to say that is?
all real numbers.
All real numbers. Because it's every number. So it's all numbers. Y'all remember the sign for that?
Yeah.
Two lines in the R. 2 lines and an R. Okay, so there's different ways that we're going to talk about systems. You could have graphs that we're going to talk about today. You guys could have just the equations, which we're going to talk about tomorrow. You guys could have word problems, which we're going to spend a lot of time doing this unit. It's going to be a lot of word problems. Okay? I think that's all that we're going to discuss. Oh, one more thing that we're going to talk about. systems could be with inequalities. So right before you guys went for Thanksgiving break, we talked about inequalities, remember? Where we graphed, and then we had either a solid or a dashed line, and then we shaded above or below. Remember that? Okay, that's what we did right before we went to break. You can also do the shading above or below with 2 lines on a graph. That's the last thing that we're going to learn in this unit. Okay, so that's everything that we're going to talk about. Today, we're just going to be talking about graphs. We're going to take it day by day. So it says solve each system of equation by graphing. So what I'm going to do, my end goal is to know where they cross. That's solution. So in order to know where they cross on the graph, I have to graph them. All right? Now, on the notes, it's got the M and B labeled for you. Your homework does not, but I'll tell you again when you do your homework. But I do want you to label your M and B, even when it's not there. Okay, I still want you to be able to tell me the M and B. All right, here we go. So we're going to graph each equation in order to know where they cross. So I'm going to graph one at a time. I'm going to start with this first equation, y equals mx plus b. Okay, so what is my m? 2 over 1. Why did you put it as a fraction? Because we have to graph. So 2 over 1. Can't hardly tell that's a 2, but it is. What's my b?
-8.
-8, good. Okay, I got m and b, so let's go graph them. Now, when you graph, I want you to go one at a time. Okay, do the entire first equation. Once it's all the way graphed, dot to line, then move on to the next one. Okay, so I'm going to start with the first equation. Do I go with m or b first? B. What does b stand for?
Your y-intercept.
Y-intercept. So I'm going to go to the y-axis and put a dot where? -8, the b. Okay, good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got my dot. Okay, your slope is your m. Is that positive or negative? Positive. So am I going to go up or down? Up because it's positive. Up how many?
2 over 1.
2, then which way 1? Right, always right. Up 2, right 1. And you're going to keep going. Up 2, right 1. Up 2, right 1. Up 2, right 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. Keep going forever until you can't go anymore. And then you go the opposite way. Draw a line. Why is this a normal straight line? Remember?
Doesn't have a little symbol there.
Good. It's not an inequality. It's got an equal sign. Good job. Okay, now let's do the second one. Y equals mx plus b. I'm going to write that at the top. All right, what's my m now? It's a -1 over 1. Good. What's my b? +1. Okay, start with which one? B. Good. B. B stands for y-intercept. B stands for y-intercept. So I'm going to go to my y-axis and put a dot on +1. Now, is your slope positive or negative? Negative. So am I going to go up or down?
Down.
Down how many? Then which way?
Always right.
Right. Always right. Keep going until you can't go any further. And draw your line. Okay. Now, it wants to know the solution. What's solution mean?
3.
Solution means what?
Where they cross.
Where they cross. When you have a system, meaning 2 equations. When you have a system, your solution is where they cross. Okay, so right here is where they cross. So, let's zoom in. This is positive 1, 2, 3, down 1, 2. Okay, so where they cross is
-3.
Positive 3.
Positive 3, negative.
Negative. Now let's talk about what a solution means. What does this mean? Why is that the solution? Okay, what if I didn't have a graph? How would I know that that's the solution? What does solution mean? Okay, let's talk about it. 3 stands for what? It's in the what spot? X. Negative 2 is in the what spot? Y. Now, how could I check this? These are the only two numbers that you could plug in for X and Y in both equations and get an equal number. Okay? So what I mean by that is, if I take Y, negative 2, please stop tapping, and I plug it in to the Y spot, and I take the X and plug it in to the X spot, everybody see what I'm doing? Okay. 2 times 3 is? Minus 8 is? Negative 2. Does negative 2 equal negative 2? Yes, so that works. Okay, then I do it for the other one. And the Y spot is negative 2. The X spot is 3. Negative 1 times 3 is? Negative 3 plus 1 is? Negative 2. Does negative 2 equal negative 2? Yes. Okay, so that is why it's the solution. Because 3 and negative 2, if I plug them both in, they work. Those are the only numbers that work. Okay? Now, no solution. There are no numbers that I could plug into the X and Y that would work. This side equals that side. Okay? All real numbers. I could plug in any ordered pair, and everything would work. This side equals that side. Does that make sense? Okay? But if it only crosses one time, that's the only ordered pair that you could plug in and get the correct answer on both. Any questions? Now, am I going to ask you to do this every time, what I wrote in pink?
No.
No. I just want you to understand why it is a solution. What does that mean? Okay? Okay. Example 2. All right, one equation at a time. So looking at this one, y equals mx plus b. What's my n? 1 over 3. What's my b? Negative 2. Good. Okay, we're going to graph. So label your x and y axis. Where do I start? Which one? B. Okay. B stands for? Somebody besides Minnow. B stands for?
Y-intercept.
Y-intercept. So I'm going to go to my y-axis and put a dot on negative 2. My slope, is it positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive. So I'm going to go up 1 and then which way?
Over 3. Right.
Right. Always right. Up 1, right, 3, 1, right, 3, 1, 3, and offset. And draw your line. Okay. Everybody got their line on there. Okay, look at the second one. Y equals mx plus b. What's my m?
1 over 3.
1 over 3. What's my b?
1.
1. Okay, before I even graph, what do I know about these lines?
They're
They're parallel. How do you know that they're parallel?
because they have the
Same slope. Now, if this happens today, I want you to go ahead and graph both. I don't want you to stop. Okay, I want you to go ahead and graph. Make sure all your graphs are complete. Stand and pick your head up, please. So I'm going to start with B, up 1. And then my slope is positive 1 over 3. So up 1, right? 1, 2, 3. Up 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. And then the other way. 1, 1, 2, 3. Draw my line. Okay, parallel lines have what type of solution?
No solution.
No solution. How are we feeling?
Pretty good.
Feeling good? So the only thing that you learned new today, you guys already know how to graph. You already know how to find your M and your B. The only new thing today is telling me where they cross. Okay? All right. Questions? Nope.